Hello everyone. This story is out of Jupiter, Florida, where looks can be deceiving. It's a beautiful looking place, a real nice house in a nice looking neighborhood, a really nice and normal looking family. But what nobody saw was what went on behind closed doors.
The details inside this news release from the Jupiter Police are horrific, describing what police call aggravated child abuse. Investigators say it all happened at a home inside the Egret Landing community, and it all happened to a 13-year-old boy at the hands of his adopted parents. Police say it started on January 30th when officers went to the home because the boy had run away. They noticed in the garage what they called an 8x8 structure. From the news release, quote, the structure had a doorknob and deadbolt, both locking from the outside, as well as a light switch only on the exterior. Within the structure was a camera, mattress, and a bucket.
It was an 8-foot by 8-foot box, so, it wasn't a tiny box, but it was some sort of cell that this child was kept in 6 to 18 hours a day. Why did his parents do this? Let's take a look. The discovery begins with a contractor, contacting the city and saying that he was concerned that he had been called out to build this room in the garage of the home. This room was allegedly going to be an office, but the contractor was concerned because they wanted the door to have a deadbolt that was accessible from the outside only, so whoever was in the office would need someone else to let them out. They wanted a Ring camera installed in the ceiling, and there was an air conditioning device in the window. Anyway, there was the contractor's concern, and then there was the call by the mom who reported that her teenage son had run away. And following up on this, they discovered this room in the garage, which was rather bleak. There was nothing covering the drywall, a bare cement floor with a piece of an area rug on the floor. Mattress with a gray sheet and a pillow, which were directly under a Ring camera. There was a desk and school books, and there was a bucket with excrement in it. And when asked about this room, the mom said that it was a storage room. It was used by all the kids. Sometimes the teenagers that had run away used it. The stories just weren't adding up. And officers eventually located the teenage boy near his middle school.
The report says the boy was slammed against a wall by his neck and slapped and hit with a belt while naked. It states the boy was able to go to school but had to spend the rest of the time in that room in the garage. The report also discussed the boy's interaction with police when he was found after being missing for 3 days at the end of January. During those conversations, the boy pleaded with interviewing officers to arrest him because he would, quote, rather be in prison than back at home. The boy also told police he initially ran away because he felt like no one loves him.
And when they talked to him, he told them stories of abuse, of being locked in that room, and begged to be taken to prison, that he would rather go to prison than return home to his family. And as this was all being figured out, when they went into the house, of course, they discovered that there was a crib and stuff set up in the 2-year-old's room, colorful walls, etc. And the mom said that the teenager sometimes slept in there on the floor. There were also 2 girls besides the baby that lived at the home. The mom and the dad have been arrested and they're out on bail now, but they're facing some hefty child neglect and abuse charges. The teenage boy has stated that they have beat him with belts and that he was kept in this room, that he had to eat after the rest of the family, and that this room was used as punishment. And there was lots of other punishments that he spoke of, and some like pretty scary sounding abuse. The parents have thrown up some sort of defense, but before I get into their defense, I would just like to say that they have taken the other children from the home, and they have questioned the kids that were old enough about everything that went on, and everything that they have said totally corroborates what this teenage boy has said. Now, the teenage boy is adopted, and it appears that ever since he was adopted, this is the type of treatment that he received from his adoptive parents.
But the lawyer for one of the boy's adoptive parents spoke at first appearance today.
I think there's a lot in dispute as far as what this young man is saying.
But the Jupiter Police Department's investigation was not only statements, but there was also a search of a Ring camera inside the small makeshift room in the garage. That camera has thousands of videos showing the boy repeatedly locked in his room being yelled at, and in one video the parents removing the covers from his mattress and throwing the mattress against the wall. Another video also shows his parents telling him to clean the bucket he uses to go to the bathroom.
The family previously lived in Arizona before moving to Jupiter, Florida, and the new owners of the home that they lived in said that there was a similar creepy room in the garage of that home with a door that was only able to be locked from the outside, and that they just had a real creepy feeling about that room. They felt like it was used to keep somebody inside of it, and so they had it removed. So it seems that this boy has been experiencing this abuse for the past 5 years.
The same thing happened in Arizona, where the family lived before coming here. However, before Arizona, they lived in the same Jupiter neighborhood, where neighbors told police they saw a room in the garage that had a small child-sized bed inside, but they couldn't say exactly when.
And what do his parents have to say for themselves?
In court, the couple's attorney argued the teen may have been abused because he has an attachment disorder with his parents.
It makes my heart go out to that boy, and I hope he's able to find the support he needs.
Well, they say that this boy has reactive attachment disorder, which is caused by childhood trauma, experienced severe trauma by small children. And they said that that is how they dealt with him because of this attachment disorder. And they have said that he has behavioral issues, and that they locked him in there because of some sort of fear for their safety.
Police executed a search warrant on the camera mounted over the mattress and say thousands of videos were found of the boy locked inside.
Now, that is not how you treat attachment disorder. The proper treatment includes providing a safe and comforting home environment, stability, love, affection, oftentimes counseling, family counseling, and counseling for the child. But these things can be overcome with love and care. And what these parents were doing is not what I would for an instant consider love and care. And if they were overwhelmed by their child, they could have gotten help rather than taking it upon themselves to lock this kid in this garage box. You know, apparently they let him out sometimes for family activities. They let him out to go to school. no place did his neighbors ever realize that this sort of thing was going on. They thought this was just a normal family.
That's horrible. That's one of the most messed up things I've ever heard, and the fact that it was like right there is, to me, it's just crazy, you know?
I think it's absolutely just horrendous. It's beyond, you know, anything that you could fathom.
I came outside yesterday and seen all the cops and stuff, but like I didn't think it was something like that. I thought it was like maybe they got into a fight.
And it just blows my mind. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.